Good afternoon or morning to whoever is viewing this. My name is AB Silent Gamer, and I am going to be continue playing Dirge today. I just need to bring up the game. At this moment, though, I would like to thank anybody who watches this for watching, and if you like the content, please give me a like, follow, or subscribe. If you're seeing this on Twitch, it's eventually going to be on YouTube, because I think it's great to back things up. Alright. Just need a second to get the game. Hope everybody's having a lovely February. Where I am in... sorry. The state I'm in is pretty sunny today. Though, I think that is just trying to get us to go outside even though it's freezing. How's the weather in your area? Come on, game. Technical difficulties right now. It's taking forever to load. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Give it a second. Hello thing. Technical difficulties again, sorry. Usually I have this set up beforehand, but I was a little bit busy rearranging furniture and making coffee for the stream. Alright, let's see. Whoops, that's not the window I want to mess with. Is it this one? There we go! We officially have Dirge of Cerberus showing on the screen, which is epic! Alright. That's a bit loud. I might have to turn it down a bit. Or at least on my end. Let me move me. Shrinking tizing. Ah, shoot. Oh, whatever, that should work. Alright. Let's go! If I remember correctly, when we left Vincent, he... Oh, okay, I already was speaking. One moment. Alright, how is this? Alright, so when we left off last, Vincent was in the sewers of Nebelheim, and I potentially messed up by destroying a keycard. I'm hoping... That's a different word. That's not a word. I'm hoping that my mistake of destroying the keycard did not actually save, because that would really stink. Let's find out. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can turn on subtitles. I keep meaning to, but apparently not from this area, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Are extra missions actually accessible now? Shiluha Ryu of WRO. Recently, I've been working on the development of a virtual combat simulation program for our organization members. Just remember, the battles you wage within the environment have nothing to do with your main objectives. Just because you defeat a deep ground commander in here doesn't necessarily mean you're able to neutralize one on the battlefield. I wonder, can I actually do some of these missions right now? Oh, and oftentimes you'll find that the virtual world doesn't always play by the rules you may be used to. It will probably take some time to get adapted, but if this wasn't a challenge, it wouldn't be worth doing it, would it? Well, you've heard enough from me. Now why don't you get in there and show us what you're made of? You know, I actually might do that. Thank you, Shalua. I promise, though, I will get on to the actual plot of Dirge of Cerberus. Oops, apparently I can't do any of this right now. Alright, I don't know if this unlocks once you complete the game. I think it does. Because I know I have it unlocked on my PlayStation copy. Well, my actual PlayStation 2 copy, but... Okay. I guess we're just gonna continue. Nibelheim Sewers. Please do not be the part where my card is destroyed. Please. Alright, here we are. Manor of Despair. Anybody else getting chills? If you're not, I mean, there's some water here to help you get chilled down. And, well, poop. The card is gone. I'm probably going to be doing exactly what I did last time. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong? Hello, guys.
Looks like I'm not the only one here.
Stage mission. Eliminate the Sahagin. Whoops. What am I doing? There, subtitles are at least on now. Take that. Damn, this gun sucks. Okay. Okay, can I stop crouching? Thank you. And that's where I came from. One would think that before I played this today, I would have looked up where I was stuck last time, but I did not. So if this drags a bit, that would be why. Oh my gosh. Wait. No. How do I get up there? I don't have the key card. I shot the key card. Alright, let's see. Restart, yes. Hopefully this restart means the keycard will be there. And then I'll just have to figure out how to get it. No, the key card's not there. But I swear there's a key card there last time. Okay, I'm just really confused. Turtle, turtle, turtle.
Looks like I'm not the only one here.
Hmm. If anybody joins this and joins the stream on Twitch while I'm filming, please, if you see a keycard, let me know. To those watching on YouTube, feel free to comment if you see the keycard and when. It'd be nice to know how many of you spot the keycard before I do, even in hindsight. Hmm. You know what? Let's just high potion this. Wow. Shit. I don't have the key card. Hmm. Looks like there's a gate back there somewhere. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. It was... The way up was literally staring me in the face. A ladder. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, gamers. Let's go. Sorry if that was cringe-inducing. Just trying to add some pep. Huh. Okay. Let's not go down there. Okay. Nani? Oh. Okay, can I jump? Yes. Haha, gate. Shoot, what? Where? Where is that coming from? Oh. Thank you, keycard. Now, which is the gate to use it on? Let's find out. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be, what, this one? Bingo. Okay, sewers, what do you have in store for me? Oh shit. Do you mind? I am trying to walk here. Alright. Ouch. I'm not sure if that was worth the self-damage, but okay. Anything over there in the water? 9. Tiptoe by the window through the garden. Yucky, yucky, walking in the water. Yucky, yucky water. Softly yuck, yuck, yucky water. Oh, come on. Okay. That was kind of anticlimactic. I'll drink some coffee to that, though. Anticlimactic coffee sip. Sorry, my hand brushed the microphone. Anything right over here? Alright, let's go get some Mako. Shoot. Whoops. Money, money, money. Oh, wow. You know, I just want to admire this. Holy crap, that's a big pipey pipe. Pipey pipe. Ooh. Okay, we're going that way. But oh, I should have went around for whatever. Oh, nice jump. Blizzard materia. Do I have a spot where I can use that right now? Customize. Fire materia. Cerberus relief. Thunder materia. Increases defense. Defense sounds nice, but would it be nice to have some materia more? You know, just for right now. Materia on every gun. Do, do, do. Ooh. Goodies. Goody goodies. Ah, shoot. Where? Oh. Alright, no keycard corpse. There's a keycard corpse. Thank you for your card. What is that noise? Not sure that was worth it. Not sure that. Ooh, boxy. And second button. Oh, come on, position. Nothing in there, nothing in there, and nothing in there. Alright. Huh. Whoops, shoot. D02. Alright. Shoot, I gotta stop wasting my shit. I don't get it. Oh. Where's the bugs? Okay, but what's over here? Ah, my goodness. Okay, but I swear I hear the bugs. Or is that the sound those make? Okay. Apparently that sound is actually the gate? Anybody else think that the sound was bugs coming to swarm? If you did, feel free to leave a comment. Okay, didn't I see a ladder somewhere? Oh yeah, it was over back this way. hope anybody watching this area is not claustrophobic, because I could understand being a little bit bugged, for lack of a better word, when it comes to rooms like this. It's dark, it's very closed in, minus the ceiling, which goes on for like ever by the looks. But yeah, let's get out of that room. Wow, this gun stings. Oh my gosh, as I tiptoe by the window through the garden, tiptoe, with meow. Yeah, that took a good hunk of my health. It's red potion. Blood red potion instantly restores random amount of HP. To use or not to use the mysterious red potion? Can't hurt to use it, right? Let's go! So basically restored like a normal amount of potion. Health. Cool. It's useful. Okay. Can I jump? Yes, I can. Jukebox, jukebox. I'm going the wrong way. Ah. Spooky, scary ladder. Oh. Oh shit, I forgot blue is bad. Blue is bad. A way to walk up to it like it's a friend. Hi. My bad. Fudge. Fudge-a-roni. Jesus. Alright, I know there's one up there. Let's see if I... Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's just collect some stuff right now. Run away from them. I'm not here, you can't see me. Shit. 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 Where are the other shots coming? Oh. Wow. I feel dumb. Well, come on. I'm ready for y'all. Shoot. Are they really gonna just keep coming and coming and coming? Oh my gosh. Why are there so many of these dumb shits? Pardon my language. You know what? Running away from that. I could use some heals. Open up. Is it gonna come back down? Bullets are okay, but I really could use some heals. Oh, thank God, a jukebox. Is there anybody here to trap me? Okay, cool. Hmm. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit nervous about what's coming up. Okay, now where do I go? Okay, it does go up another floor. Does anybody else think that this game did a really, really good job at capturing the creepy atmosphere with the music? Because I definitely think they did right now. Okay. Should I jump down? Okay. Nope. Can I not jump down? Oh. Shoot. Wait, that's it? I was expecting multiple rounds in this area. Okay, I guess I should not complain. As I tiptoe up the stairs to a cutscene? Nice. Sorry for my avatar glitching out. I'm drinking my coffee, which apparently is being registered weird. Hello, Lucrezia and Vincent.
Vincent Valentine reporting for duty, ma'am. I've been assigned your protection.
No.
Huh?
Why would they send his apologize. This is the first time I have ever met anyone from the Turks. Lucrezia Crescent. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Valentine.
Oh, wow.
This has got to be the place.
I remember this section being annoying to traverse, which is saying something considering I was kind of doing a bit poor earlier in this Nibelheim sewer situation. Okay. Alright, that door needs to be unlocked. See you later, door. Whee. Alright, no pipe. It'll be interesting to see how we fight as Cat Zeeth. Because I honestly forget. I'm gonna...
I can't let anybody find me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that answers that question. We can't fight by the sounds. Shit. Shoot! Shoot, 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 shoot! I'm just a little robotic cat. What did I do to deserve this violence? Target trying to go up the ladder anyway. Bye-bye. Me leave you. Stop shooting at me. Bye. I'm just a cute little cat. I'm just a cute little cat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Goodbye. 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 I think I'm going backwards, but goodbye. See you later. My bad. I messed up. Yeah, I definitely went backwards, didn't I? Uh-huh. Oh, and I don't even get items. Uh-huh. Let's see if I can get an overlay of the situation. No, because it's too foggy for a lack of a better word. Okay. Goodbye. Oops. Yep. Hello. I know you can't take them head on.
This has got to be the place.
Alright, stealth. Stealth.
I can't let anybody find me. Alright, let's try to see how far they go. I did it again, didn't I? Yep.
I don't know how many times this is gonna take me before I actually clear this spot. But when I do upload this on YouTube, I will make a time skip notice, so if anybody wants to skip my multiple fails, they can and just go to the next bit. Because I have a feeling this might drag on a bit. And that's a lot of bits. I wish I could go up here, but nope. Okay.
I can't let anybody find me.
Alright, let's try this again. So go... Whoops. Okay, I need to go right, not left at that spot where I keep messing up horribly. Right, not left. I'm just a little kitty. Shoot. Okay. Okay, so wait. Go that way. Okay, that part looks like a dead end on the right, so I guess I have to go left and try to go up that ladder. But it looks like it's a little bit tricky since that guy doesn't really leave that spot. Like, how am I supposed to sneak behind him to get up the ladder? Shoot. Shoot. Up, 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 up. Puppy power. Shoot. Nope, I went the wrong way. Okay, I managed it.
Probably make it in there.
Okay. Hopefully if I die, this is where I continue from, because I don't know. I don't really think the game's gonna be that nice anyhow, but... I'm just a little cat, leave me alone. I'm just a little cat, leave me alone. Ow.
This has got to be the place.
that just leads up to that door that I can't open.
I can't let anybody find me.
Shoot. Really? You're gonna shoot a pretty little innocent cat? And game over.
This has got to be the place.
If you feel like interacting, even belatedly after this video is posted, feel free to comment about a video game where you get stuck and it kind of keeps happening like this, where you make progress and then you die and go back. It might be a little bit of a boring thing to talk about depending on how you're feeling, but I would love to hear about some other people's dilemma areas like this.
I can't let
And if you
anybody find me.
And if you have played Dirge of Cerberus, please tell me if you had a lot of difficulty in this spot too. Because I feel like I probably am one of the few people that have this much difficulty with something that seems like it should be pretty simple. But stealth isn't really something I'm good at in real life, so it goes to figure that it'd be hard even in a video game. Whoops, shoot. That was a pretty bad run. Meow, 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 shoot. I'm just a little kitty, kitty, kitty. You don't see me. Goodbye. Oh. Okay.
I could probably make it in there.
I should have just been going that way all this time. That was so much easier. Goodbye. I'm just a little cat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just want to go upstairs. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Bye. Ay, ay, ay. Oh gosh. The citizens! Shoot. Whoops. I guess there was only one here? Alright, what's next? Hmm. Oh. Okay. Shoot! What? Wait. They literally dropped them in the Mako?
What in the blazes is growing down there?
What the heck?
Usher of souls. My brother.
Hi Nero, the Sable.
Omega.
It's Nero the Sable. Oh dear.
Wait, what's going on? What did he just do to Cat Sith? Oh. Sorry. Man. Alright, so I'm gonna drink some coffee because I did not need that close up to the little kid's Moogle. Alright, we gotta take down Deep Ground because that is just not right. Not right at all. Ooh, okay. I don't have enough money for that. Going by the style of these doors, I would almost think that we're legitly in the basement of the manor, but I could be very wrong. And when I say the manor, I mean the Nebelheim mansion thing. Alright, let's go through the door that I was originally opening. Why would I? Okay, maybe it's just. Okay, can't do that. Yep. Hello, mansion. Lucrezia.
Lucrezia.
Vincent. Right? Have you come to check up on me? Omega. His awakening is upon us. Soul rot of terror corrupt. Quelling impurity, purging the stream. To beckon forth an ultimate fate. Behold mighty chaos. Omega's fire to the lofty heavens. I came across this passage while studying the scriptures of the ancients. The chronicles of yore. Omega. The end. Just as all other sentient beings. He too was born of the life stream. However, his only purpose is to cleanse the planet of all things living and lead their immortal souls through the abyss of ether to a new beginning, far, far beyond the never-ending sea of stars. Just as life circulates through our planet, so too does our planet through the universe. Or at least in theory. However, what I can be certain of is, if Omega awakens, then all life as we know it will end. And when Omega has embarked on his journey to the cosmos, our planet will wither and die.
Talk about an ill omen.
I will leave a copy of my records here for you, Vincent. Though I cannot imagine what help they might be, if any at all. Just remember.
Collect the Omega report files. Alright. I guess not everything's on that floppy disk. This place gives me the chills even more. Ay, ay, ay. Can I look at the book? No. Oh my gosh. Shoot, 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 shoot! I don't know why I wasn't expecting anybody to be there. Holy crap. Okay, okay, everything's okay. How do I get the card or whatever that's underneath the bookshelf? How? I don't get it. I want that item. Maybe the bookshelf moves later on? Okay, but what was to the other door? Anything over here? No. Okay. One floppy disk. Omega report. Can I view the Omega report right now? Discovery. Ancient tablet discovered. Soul wrought of terror corrupt. Quelling impurity. Purging the stream. To beckon forth an ultimate fate. Behold mighty chaos. Omega squire to the lofty heavens. After further study of the tablet by our research team, it has been determined that this passage was written by the Cetra over 2,000 years ago. Memo. Could Omega be a place and Chaos a person? While our search of the site has continued, we have been unable to locate any new artifacts that may help us to answer our many questions. Promised Land. Quite a few of my colleagues have come to the conclusion that Omega may be the fabled Promised Land, to which legend states the Cetra are to lead us. However, I still have my doubts. If Omega were an actual location, then how could Chaos be its squire to the lofty heavens? Next month, administration will finally be sending me the assistant I've been asking for. Rumor has it she graduated the top of her university. Okay. Wasn't there another door this way? Okay, that's the door I came in. Alright, went through that door. Okay. Whoops. Okay, we found some dorms. Nothing. Wow. Shoot. I don't even want to know how many times I've responded with the word shoot when startled in this game. If I had to guess, I'd probably at least use that word probably 50 times in this video. Okay, no information in here. What about this room? Okay. We found a kitchen? A kitchen that doesn't even have a stove? I mean, it looks like a kitchen. Okay. All right. Hello, surgical table? Possibly? I could be wrong. Okay, and that leads back here. Okay. I feel like there was another door I didn't go in over here. And I can't use this Phoenix down right now. No. Ooh, nice door. Oh, that's one of these rooms. Okay. This room looks a lot more narrow than the coffin rooms in Crisis Core. Whoops, I did not mean to use the limit breaker. Alright, I guess I'll go down the hill blazing. What? What's going on? Shoot! Okay, how do I deactivate the mines? I don't get it. I don't want to be here anymore. I hear it, but I don't see it. How can I deactivate what I don't see? Well, it's safe to say I do not know what I'm doing right now. So we might just end up finding out what happens when the timer goes all the way down to 0. I'll just stand right here for when the timer stops. Don't know what that was. Okay, I can't. Anybody else coming? Shoot. Guess I was supposed to jump the rest of the way. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Okay, that's a wall. Okay, I'm gonna come back here real quick. I wanna go. Trying to make sure I find everything around here. I don't know how many floppy disks of information there are, but shoot. No, I don't actually want to leave the basement yet, I think. Like, I still have a section of basement I haven't observed. No, I'm not going up yet. Thank you. I mean, it looks like there's a section of the basement I haven't been in. Or I could definitely be wrong. I mean, there's gotta be some more information down here, right? Yes, I see. Maybe I should have just went up those stairs. And I'm back at the stairs. Okay. Trying to get back to the room that had the overturned bookshelves. Because I really want to see if there's a way to actually get the information it looks like underneath the bookshelf. Alright. I mean, that looks like something you should be able to get, right? One moment. I'm gonna look that up because that's driving me bananas. I'm looking it up on my phone, or else I'd have it up on the screen. found a page and I'm looking through it right now. Come on. Not having much luck right now. Okay, wait. Maybe? Maybe. 1 second. In Dirge Cerberus' main story, you might come across a small capsule-looking thing. This is a hidden memory capsule. There are 82 of these memories hidden very well in the game. Memory capsules are used to unlock the OMB found throughout the game. Each time you see a memory capsule, the game will save the data. When you defeat story mode, you can access the event viewer. Okay, let's see. How do I get it though? I'm seeing information about the memory capsule, but I'm not finding any information on how to get it from underneath the bookshelf. It's like, oh, there's a memory capsule underneath the bookshelf. But can I get to it? How? I want that. Give me it. What if I just shoot it? I'll just shoot it. Maybe that will work. I don't know if that actually gave me the memory capsule. I shot it, which apparently that thing that I thought was a key card in the sewers was also a memory capsule, according to Final Fantasy Kingdom.net's list of memory capsules. So I'm hoping shooting them means I have them. Apparently the only way to actually really find out and check them is after the game, because at the beginning of the information page it says when you defeat story mode, you can then access the event viewer and see the OMVs without having to play the game. Each of the over 100 OMV scenes are unlocked by shooting the right capsule. Okay, so shooting it was the answer, because it said, by shooting the right capsule. So, that's good to know. I'll have to remember to check out the OMVs when I complete story mode. Alright, now to get back to the staircase. Okay, this door, yes? I like to thank anybody that does watch this and puts up with me rambling. Okay. Wrong room. Whoops, daisy. Okay. Boom, bum, bum. Nope. Not bad. Okay. Stairs? No, coffins. I know I'm taking the long way to the staircase. Unfortunately. I feel like I was really close to it to begin with, and then I let myself just completely forget which way to go. Staircase, where are you? Well, at least I'm collecting a lot of Mako by running around and through this room a lot. Okay. Okay. Is it this way? No. How many areas are there where jukeboxes in this game? Okay, turn around, turn around, turn around. Can't use the elevator. Stairs? No. Maybe? I'm very, very bad at directions. Starting to really think there's no point in me putting a time skip in this video since I keep getting lost and like everywhere. Okay. This looks promising. Okay, we have the stairs. We can finally go up into the mansion proper. Again, I would like to thank anybody watching this for watching this. I'm pretty certain there's probably better gameplays of this game out there on the internet. If you have stayed with me this long, please give me a like, a follow, and a subscribe if you feel generous enough. Way to have sealed the windows. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. I wonder if I can go in the room with the books. Okay, this definitely looks different than it did in Crisis Core. What happened to all the shelves? Okay, I'm not seeing any secrets right now. Shoot. Where? Oh. Okay, nothing hidden. Nice. Another Omega report. Alright, what does this one say? Alternative theories. Memo. Review of several dated reports on our world's life stream have shed new light on my theories about the Cetra inscription. Just as we are born from the flowing matter below our feet, I now believe that Chaos and Omega may also be sentient life forms that the planet creates at its own will. If we are able to discover the exact location where these two beings are to be born, the scientific repercussions would be enormous. I was informed by a fellow paleontologist this morning that the company has discovered another Cetra artifact. A new large-scale research project was scheduled to begin. She also said that my assistant has been offered a place on the team. Okay. I know I just read that out loud, but I'm gonna keep that up here for a second so you can read it yourself, and I just need to be right back. I'll turn up the music so you can at least vibe with that while I'm gone. Hopefully that's not too loud. Alright. Sorry about that. Hopefully I wasn't gone too long. Alright, so we have 3 of the Omega reports, which is pretty good. I forget how many Omega reports there are. All I know is during my PlayStation playthrough on my actual copy, I definitely did not manage to collect all the Omega reports, which are pretty important for a special ending, which I hopefully can get. I open this door, yes. Okay, that's a window. Okay, let's head on down. Where? Okay. Huh. Nice. Another Omega report. Let's find out what this one says. Omega report number 4. The Terra system. Memo. The more I learn of this wondrous planet's inner workings, the more I am in awe of that which lies before me. Omega. Part of a system created by our world to preserve the constant circulation of life, and therein lies the key to solving this mystery. For many years it has been documented that local legends not only speak of this phenomenon in terms of planetary scale, but also suggest that the entire cosmos may follow the same rules. I must say I am quite pleased with the work of my fine assistant. Her ardent approach to the tasks before her will most certainly lead us to the many answers which continue to elude our team. I wonder who's writing these memos. Okay. Wait, that's a wall, right? Okay, that's a wall. Alright. Anything over here? Hello, room of chairs. Nothing? Oh, items. Nice. Money. I don't see anybody. Okay. Okay. I guess this area must have been pretty at one point. I mean, this setup looks like it'd be pretty mint. Okay. Wow, soldier. Deep ground versions of soldier. Soldier. Or troopers, whichever. Sorry if I'm getting those wrong. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody else. Ooh. Okay. Ow. Huh? But I want whatever was in this room. Scheisse! I should jump. Okay. Where'd it go? Shit. Shoot. Ow. Shoot, 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 shoot. Shoot. That was so close. Close. Ay, ay, ay. Now, how far back am I going? Excuse me. Shoot. Where'd it go? Shoot, 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 shoot. Shoot. That was my bad. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot him a doot. Okay, shoot. Shit, 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 shit. Shoot. Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Whoo-wee. Just for the skin of my teeth. Holy cricket. Oh crap. Yuffie! Yuffie! Dang.
If you manage to survive that wound, I'll make sure you don't survive the next one. But no matter. The end is upon us.
Dreams of the morrow hath shattered this sorry. Holy crap. All I got to say to the end is upon us is dreams of the morrow hath a shattered soul, pride is lost, wings stripped away, the end is nigh. Loveless. Part of Act 2. Holy cricket. Trying to look at my stats, but I'm still like in shock about what just happened. Whew. Alright, so managed to destroy 133 targets, which apparently is pretty good. My accuracy was 72%, which I think is better than my last chapter results. I sustained a heck of a lot of damage. Did 36 critical hits, 56 kill chains. I used 36 items. I casted magic 31 times. I collected all the Mako possible to collect, which is pretty S-worthy, I think. I died 5 times. And I took a little under 2 hours to complete the Manor of Despair, which I think is chapter 5. For a total ranking of B. I eliminated almost all of the Sahagin, which I'm pretty certain I'm pronouncing wrong. I only managed to... Oh. I snuck by the deep ground soldiers and was only discovered 5 times. Which apparently is a B. Nice. I collected all the Omega reports available in Chapter 5, which is super awesome. So I super like that S. And I only deactivated 1 of the mines, which, considering I was really confused there, I will applaud myself for. So, I have 3,790 gil. Gonna continue a little bit further and then hopefully watch a cutscene as a preview to the next video. Again, if you've made it this far, I would like to thank you for watching. And if you would like to see more of this content, please give me a like, follow, or subscribe depending on the platform you're watching this. I'd really appreciate it. And if you follow me on Twitch, where I'm also AB Silent Gamer, when I do stream, you could actually join me and comment, so that way we can interact together. Alright, so here's my current stats though, before we get ready to end this video. So right now, Vincent Valentine is at level 13, with strength of 29, defense of 46, dexterity of 36, and intelligence of 13. And I have enough experience to either translate my experience to 3,390 gil, or I can just use my experience for experience. And I keep doing this, I feel like the last 2 chapters, this is going to be chapter 3 in a row where I'm going to use my experience for experience, because some of the bosses, while they can be a little bit easy once you get into the rhythm of fighting them, at first they're a pain in the butt. And I don't know which chapter I'm going to have to deal with Nero the Sable in combat, but he is one of those ones that can definitely be aggravating. So can Rosso. Rosso's boss battle is pretty epic. I know it took me a lot, like too many lots of tries to finally beat her on my original game file. Alright. So I used my experience for experience, and it didn't seem to really make much of a difference. Alright. So here comes me not being able to upgrade my guns because I don't have that much money, but I can restock on my potions. Yes, indeedy. More potions, more potions. Let's get another ether. Let's buy another Phoenix down. Alright. So once I exit the shop, like you have noticed, we'll get a preview by watching the cutscenes for the next chapter, and then this video will be over. It's been a pleasure playing this game. Yes, preview time.
Is it true? Is what true? That Lucrezia, that Dr. Crescent is to take part in this project?
It's true. Why are you so surprised?
Using your own child for an experiment?
Ha! I don't know what you're implying, but both of us are scientists. We know what we are doing. You are the last person to have any word in this. Now, leave us at once, boy.
But
But what? If you have something to say, say it.
are you sure this is what you really want?
Am I sure? Am I sure? If this only concerns me, then yes, I am sure.
Oh. I just... All I did was watch. I didn't even try to stop her. And then... That was my sin. And this is my punishment.
Nothing but grimness there.
I saw you again. It was the place first met. But you were... No, I'm the one to blame. I couldn't stop you that day. I just... Lucrezia.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, since it just saved, let's close that. Once I'm certain it's done. Alright. Sorry for like that jarring transition. Alright. So as you can see, the next chapter was about to officially start, but I think it's good to cut the cutscene right there, because that will give us a nice place to start off next. Anyhow, this has been AB Silent Gamer playing Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy VII, and now I am signing off. I hope you have a terrific day, and thank you so much for watching. Jane!